It's a quiet discomfort that can make you feel like your own body isn't on your side anymore. It's one of the most common physical changes women face, yet it's one we are least likely to talk about out loud. For millions, it's a silent struggle, but it absolutely does not have to be. Hello, my wonderful friends. I'm Dr. Emily Hart, and I'm so glad you're here with me today. We're going to have a warm, honest, and truly helpful conversation about finding comfortable, natural relief for feminine dryness. This isn't about embarrassment, it's about empowerment. It's about giving you the knowledge to reclaim a feeling of ease and joy in your own body. Before we dive in, I would love to know, where are you watching from today? Please tell me in the comments below. It is so heartwarming to see our community of wise, vibrant women connecting from all corners of the world. And if you believe in taking charge of your health with grace and wisdom, do consider subscribing. We are on this beautiful journey together. So, let's start at the beginning. Why does our comfort seem to change as we navigate our 60s and beyond? The reason is actually quite simple and beautiful when you understand it. It all comes down to hormones, specifically estrogen. I want you to think of estrogen as the master gardener of our feminine health. For decades, this gardener was on the job full-time, diligently tending to the garden, making sure the soil, our delicate intimate tissues, was always rich, moist, plump, and well-nourished. She was a constant presence, watering and feeding everything so it could thrive. As we enter our wise years, that master gardener doesn't disappear, but her schedule changes. She works a little less frequently, perhaps taking more well-deserved holidays. The garden doesn't get watered as often, and as a result, the soil can become a bit drier, thinner, and less resilient than it once was. It's a completely natural, expected shift. But knowing why it happens is only the first step. The next, and most important step, is knowing what we can do about it. And for many of us, that search often leads to a very popular but potentially problematic solution sitting right in our kitchen pantry. So let's talk about the big one, coconut oil. It's praised all over the internet, and I understand why. It's natural, it's accessible, and when you first apply it, it certainly feels moisturizing and soothing. It seems like the perfect, simple answer. But here's where we need to be very careful, because our intimate health is a delicate ecosystem. Imagine that this area has a precious invisible shield that protects it. This shield works best at a very specific, slightly acidic pH level, which is the perfect environment to keep troublemakers like yeast and unhealthy bacteria from taking hold. Now, coconut oil, which is wonderful for the skin on our arms and legs, has a much higher, more alkaline pH. Using it regularly in a delicate area is like constantly trying to clean that acidic shield with the wrong kind of soap. Over time, it can disrupt and weaken that natural protective barrier, ironically leaving you more vulnerable to the very irritation and infections you're trying to prevent. And here's something that most people are absolutely shocked to learn. Because coconut oil is a potent antibacterial agent, many assume it must be great for preventing infections down there. But in this case, it's non-selective. It can wipe out the good, friendly bacteria, your personal army of protectors, just as easily as it wipes out the bad ones. This can throw your entire delicate ecosystem out of balance. Isn't that completely counterintuitive? Let me know in the comments if that surprises you. So, if coconut oil comes with these hidden risks, it's natural to wonder about the other oils we hear about. Are things like vitamin E oil or even good old olive oil a safer bet? The answer might not be what you expect, and it's exactly what we're going to uncover next. Let's start with vitamin E. It has a fantastic reputation as a healer, a true hero for skin repair, and a wonderful antioxidant. But when you try to use pure vitamin E oil on its own for this purpose, two issues often arise. First, it can be incredibly thick, heavy, and sticky. That's not exactly the comfortable, silky, and liberating feeling we're looking for. More importantly, for a surprising number of women,
It can actually be an irritant, and in some cases, can even cause an allergic reaction called contact dermatitis. So what might be a soothing solution for one person could be the source of a new problem for another. Then we have olive oil. It's been used for centuries on the skin, and just like coconut oil, it feels moisturizing, but it carries a similar risk. It can also disrupt that delicate pH balance we worked so hard to protect. And there's another very important safety note. Olive oil is known to degrade latex. This is a critical piece of information for any woman who is sexually active and relies on condoms for protection against sexually transmitted infections. It can make them less effective, which is a risk we simply don't want to take. It can start to feel a bit like the story of Goldilocks, can it? This one's too risky, that one's too sticky. It's enough to make anyone feel frustrated and ready to give up. But thankfully, the story doesn't end there, because science has found the just right solution, and it comes from this.
The science-backed secret doesn't come from the pantry, but from a remarkable, vibrant orange berry, the Sea Buckthorn berry. The oil that is carefully extracted from this little natural powerhouse is what I, and a growing number of health professionals, consider the gold standard in natural intimate care. So, what makes it so incredibly special? The magic lies in something called omega-7. We hear all the time about the benefits of omega-3s for our heart and brain, but omega-7 is the unsung hero for our mucous membranes, which are the delicate, soft tissues that line our intimate areas. Sea buckthorn oil is the single richest plant-based source of this specific fatty acid on the entire planet. Here's why that matters so much. Unlike other oils that just sit on the surface to provide a temporary coating of moisture, sea buckthorn oil works from the inside out. The omega-7 within it helps to signal your own body to regenerate, rehydrate, and strengthen those delicate tissues. It's like giving our master gardener the exact nutrients she needs to start watering the garden properly again, restoring its natural health and moisture. And this is not just folklore, it is backed by solid clinical evidence. A key study published in the scientific journal Maturitas found that women taking sea buckthorn oil daily experienced significant improvements in the integrity, elasticity, and hydration of their vaginal tissues. They reported a real measurable reduction in the symptoms we all want to solve: dryness, itching, and burning. Finding this kind of targeted, science-backed solution is a true game changer. It moves us from guessing with jars from our kitchen cabinets to choosing with confidence and clarity. So let's bring all of this together and create a simple, clear path forward for you to reclaim that feeling of ease and well-being every single day. We've journeyed today from understanding the gentle, natural why behind these changes in our bodies, to navigating the confusing world of common household oils, and finally, to discovering a beautiful, evidence-based solution that nature provides. The most important takeaway from our conversation is this: your personal comfort is not a luxury. It is a non-negotiable, vital part of your overall health and your happiness. You have the power, and you certainly have the wisdom to seek out solutions that truly honor and support your body. So, what is your simple first step on this path to renewed comfort? I encourage you to simply start by looking for a high-quality intimate moisturizer, serum, or even an oral supplement that features sea buckthorn oil as its star ingredient. Take a moment to read the labels. Look for products that are specifically formulated for intimate use, as this will help ensure they are properly pH balanced and free from any irritating perfumes, chemicals, or preservatives. You are choosing to nourish your body with the best that nature and science have to offer. This conversation is so incredibly important, and I am deeply grateful that you chose to spend this time with me today. If this video brought you a sense of clarity, relief, or hope, I would be so thankful if you shared it with a friend, a sister, or a daughter who might need to hear this message too. Let's work together to replace silence with support.
thank you for being here, for trusting me with your time, and for taking such beautiful care of yourselves. I look forward to seeing you in our next conversation. Be well.